Hey fam, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. For my new viewers, welcome. My name is Elle. First off, let me say Happy New Year. Yay, we made it through the year. For those of you all who celebrate the New Year's and the holidays, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays. For those of you who are more like me, aren't you happy that this shit is over? I'm so happy that this shit is over. And I'm sorry to express it. Actually, I'm not sorry to express it like this. This is how I really feel. And I wanted to talk to you all about how I feel about the holidays, and also some of the energy that we're in. So let's start off by talking about the holiday blues. You know, as a child, I saw my parents always together. They were always going out together. My mother was always making dresses to match my father's outfits when they went out. My father was on a golf league, and they would always travel, and we would travel with them also. And it was just like so much love between my mother and father growing up, and even as a teenager, it was still the same thing. During holidays, we did go to their friends' houses during the holidays, and also other family members' houses during the holidays. So as a child, the impression and the feeling and the expectations that I guess wanted to say expectations that I acquired over the years, being that I experienced certain things as a child during the holidays, was such that when I became older, I too would be in a loving relationship, like the relationship that I witnessed through my mother and father and other family members, and as well as their friends, and that the holidays would just be basically like filled with the love that I have for my friends and family and my spouse and my children, and it was just like, you know, all of those commercials that you see. That's what I experienced as a child um, during the holidays. And that's what I experienced as a child, period, in my household. But especially during the holidays, because, you know, as a child, you associate holidays with gifts and a lot of other things. So my experiences and what I've seen with regards to how people interact on during the holidays um, left a very strong impression on me with regards to relationships, with regards to how people in relationships and in families and people that cared for each other treated each other during the entire course of the year, and especially during holidays. Now, you also have to remember that I'm extremely romantic. I'm a very romantic type of person. I romanticize everything. And as a child, that I was basically the same way, but I might not have expressed it, but everything was like, oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, that's so, yeah, that's how I was as a child as well. So now that I'm an adult, and even while I was an adult and in a relationship, felt I felt kind of a way. Now let me set this straight. As a child, it was very, very beautiful. It was so beautiful. As an adolescent, it was still beautiful because although I was always in love with love, I never experienced the love connection between myself and a male that would enhance and intensify this the feelings and all of the warm fuzziness that I felt during the holidays as an adolescent and a young teen. But I still felt that warm fuzziness because I had that love for my family members, and I also had that love for my close friends. Now, when I started to date, I started to feel a kind of way about the holidays because I learned that although I felt a certain way about the holidays and I expected certain things with regards to the way that people behaved and the way that their behavior made me feel, not so much the gifts that were given. It had nothing to do with the gifts at this point. It had to do with the feelings and the energy that was exchanged between myself and other people that were in my world at this time. I realized that we did not it, we did not give off this the same type of energy, and I started to feel away. I started to feel like, okay, this is not what I was feeling when I was younger. And also, this is not what I expected. Like, I don't like this. This is not right. Like, okay, why am I spending all of this money now? And why do I feel bad because I don't have the money to spend to get my significant other something that I think he might like? Now, with all of this stuff piling up on top of the love that I have felt all of these years for the holiday, I started to get a little confused. Another year goes by, holidays come. I'm talking about all of the nationally celebrated holidays. Um, I'm starting to feel like this is ridiculous. A year passes and I'm not in a relationship. I'm starting to feel like pure shit. Why? Because now I'm associating holidays with love. I'm associating holidays with my significance to other people, and I'm associating holidays with the feelings that I got from the holidays as a child, and I'm expecting those. I'm expecting to feel that same warm, fuzzy love during the holidays, and I'm not feeling that now. We get to the current day holidays, and I'm like, I usually get the holiday blues, and I don't get sad. I don't get depressed because of the winter. Actually, what happens to me in the winter is I feel like I am much stronger in the winter. When the summer comes around, I'm like, I get really depressed in the summer. I don't go outside in the sun too much. I faint. I faint a lot in the heat. Like, you will not catch me outside between certain hours in the summer. I can't do it. But in the winter, I'm like, I want to go outside. I'm so strong. I find so much strength in the winter. I'm just the complete opposite of the masses. Hence, me coming to the realization more recently that maybe I was feeling that way, or this way, or any way about any any not positive way about the nationally celebrated holidays because of the expectations that I associate with the holidays, because of what I experienced as a youngster. And that's one of the reasons that I've come up with why I experienced the holiday blues. But the crazy thing is, this year, for some reason, something in me was just like, okay, this is not, you're not going to do this year. You're not going to be affected by the quote unquote holiday blues. You're actually, I guess what happened was, because we are in this transitional energy, and we're in this energy whereby we are, even if we are not actively doing it, it's happening to us. And I say this because this is a prime example of not actively working with the energy, but the energy working its effect on you to promote growth and to promote positive growth. So this is what happens with me and this energy. So we are still in this energy of sorting out what does not work for us, identifying what does work for us, and looking at it under a microscope to dissect it up a little more, to figure out what is really, really working for us and what really, 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 really doesn't work for us. And I'm talking about, we're looking at those things that are that we love the most, that we do the most, that is around us the most, that's most influential in our lives. These are the things that that will come to the forefront. And these are the type of things and situations and people and events that we are consciously and unconsciously doing the sorting. So for me, it happened to be the expectations that I have associated with the major holidays that are celebrated, because I'm assuming because we are in the holiday season. So this energy has helped me to identify one of the reasons why I have experienced the holiday blues. And because it is such loving and balancing, and the energy is like is so full of love, this year I did not feel the holiday blues, but what I did feel was um, I felt a push towards trying to understand why I felt the holiday blues, and that push led me to reading certain articles that I found on the internet that gave me a broader perspective of what I might be experiencing with regards to the holiday blues. And it also pointed me towards, like I said, expectations, thinking about what I saw and what I felt as a child, um, how that, how those feelings and those memories affected me as an adolescent, young adult, and now still as an adult. Um, how certain programming with regards to the holidays has also affected me all throughout my life. And this gentle, loving, balancing energy has brought me all of this information in such a sweet, loving way. And I just had to share it with you, because on any path or journey that you decide to go in, you will find challenges. Some challenges you might not even notice are challenges, because they're just so insignificant to you. You don't realize that it's a challenge that will promote growth. And then there are other challenges that are a little more dominant, and they feel much stronger than the smaller ones. And it's like you know that it's a challenge, or you might say it's a problem. And with those kinds of challenges and or problems, whatever you want to call it, those are just as significant, and sometimes they might be even more significant than the smaller ones that you don't necessarily notice. And this one in particular, I have had a issue with all of my life, but I didn't realize that it was such a huge challenge until more recently, when this year, when I am not affected by it, because it allowed me the opportunity to look back on all of those other years when I was in a relationship, when I wasn't in a relationship, and think about how I felt and my behavior, my expectations, why I felt the way that I felt, why I reacted the way I reacted, why I associated certain feelings with certain holidays. And it my realization was absolutely phenomenal. It allowed me to go back to source. And in me going back to source, I have been given the opportunity to heal, to start healing, and to continuously heal this one aspect of me that needed to be healed, and so that I can grow. So what ended up happening with this energy is, because it is and was a huge thing for me, it became the focal point of I guess my sorting transition at this point. So the energy helped me to unconsciously sort out why I associate certain things, certain actions, certain feelings um, during the holiday season, and why, when I don't get what I expect, I get the holiday blues. Great, right? That was that. I mean, and the great thing about it, fam, is that if you have made up your mind that you are on this path and you want to grow, you want to learn, you want to heal, you want to help, you want to be of service, it will happen. It will happen. Um, it'll happen at this point, whether you want it to or not. It'll happen with your help or without your help. And the more you are open to it, um, I guess the easier or the more fun, the more participation you will be able to you'll be able to participate more in the transition. You'll be able to participate more in the understanding. It won't be like a situation whereby your growth will how do I say this? Whereby you'll have extraneous growing pains. It won't be like that. And another thing that I want to mention, I think I should have mentioned this first. Being on a spiritual path, you for me, it's I definitely waver. I am not always happy. I'm not. I'm not always happy because I have been conditioned to feel a certain way about certain things, um, and a whole plethora of a lot of different things. And being on a spiritual path, you would think, oh, people are always happy, they're always positive. They don't let the worries of the world bother them. They're not bothered by the things that the common people are bothered by. Like, they're just higher and above. They're above the common people. Like, they're just not, they're in a different space. Yeah, we would like to be in that different space, but check it out. We're still human, right? We're still human, and we are still affected by the same type of things that everybody else is affected by. Just because you're on a spiritual path does not mean that when you get cut you don't bleed. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you're still not human. What it means is that you have made a conscious decision to actively participate in your spiritual growth. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that you won't be affected by the emotions, the memories, the feelings, the actions of other people and of yourself. That doesn't mean it. It just means that you have decided to actively participate in your growth. It means that you're not just sitting by the wayside and allowing people to say certain things and allowing those things to trigger you, and you just go off all on a tangent and just like go crazy. That's not, that's we are not, people on spiritual paths are not exempt from feeling emotions. But I feel like, that is the impression that we give. That's Yeah, that's the impression that we give. And I wanted to stress that impression is so incorrect, because we are so still human. When, I still cry. I felt a way at some point during the holiday, but because I am aware that I am in transition, because I'm aware that we are still in this type of energy, and we'll continue this energy in 2015, this sorting out type of energy, because it is helping us to make room and declutter the things that we do not need. It's allowing us to look at the things that we think are so important to us and really scrutinize them and say, is this helping me? Is this adding to my happiness? Is this compounding the interest that I have in my spiritual growth and my life? Or is this depleting my energy? Is this taking away from some of that cash that I got in my spiritual bank account? Now, you got to think about that. This is also at play in the energy also. And it's at play in the energy, and it'll pop up to you in ways that it probably hasn't popped up to you before. Like, it might be synchronicities that come about to help you look at things, to analyze them, to figure out whether or not you need them, whether or not they are helpful in your life. It might be loving situations that just constantly keep on coming up. You need to look at them. It might be situations that present some type of challenge. You need to look at it. You need to analyze everything. You need to sit back and really look at it, because what is happening now is we are in the dark period. We're in the period whereby we are making plans and we're sorting, we're planting our seeds so that we could put them in this dark, and so that we could nurture them, we could water them, we can give them that light that they need, so that when the spring comes, they can grow up and grow big into the plants and the trees and the flowers that we intended for them to grow up to be. So this is what is basically happening now. So if you are experiencing the holiday blues, if you are experiencing a lot of arguments, or if you're experiencing a lot of turmoil or chaos, or if you feel like you want to move forward but something is just holding you back, if you find that you're getting into a lot of arguments or disagreements, if you find that people are just disappearing from your life, not meaning disappearing, dying, but you don't communicate with them the way that you used to, or you just don't communicate with them at all, or even if you're feeling like, you just don't want to communicate with anybody. And let me tell you, I feel like that a lot. I feel like that so much. It's like I just and I think that's part of me being a starseed. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, this is like, it's just it's too heavy, people. Okay, that's a whole different vlog. But yeah, I get like that also. It's part of it, and once you realize that it's part of it, and that part you can also work with, because when I feel like I just don't want to be here anymore, guess what I do? I get on it. I start reading. I start making my jewelry. I do whatever it is that I know that I love, and I get the answers. They come to me. They just naturally come to me now. And I find peace in not being around the masses and just being by myself sometimes. So, it's just, it's back and forth. It's up and down. It's a challenge. It's not. It's bliss. It's bliss. It's happiness. It's happiness. It's growth. It's growth. And at the end of the day, if you set your intention, if you set your intentions towards positivity, and you are not aware of the energy that's going on, you're not really aware of what's going on astrologically, or in the sky with the planets, and with the universal energy, or even yourself. If you're just not sure, what my suggestion is, if you're not sure and you're feeling away, my suggestion is you do this. You set a wonderfully blissful intention for yourself. Let's just say, okay, since we're talking about the holidays and the holiday blues, you say to yourself, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. And you be grateful. So now you're setting your intentions, happiness and gratefulness. And you keep on telling yourself, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Guess what? You are happy. It works that simply. It's that simple, and it really is that easy. Before I recorded this, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wanted to. I was not feeling the happiness. I really wasn't. I wasn't. I go back and forth, up and down, this side, that side, this end of the spectrum, that end of the spectrum. I'm just like all over the place. So I initially wanted to express my ideas about the holiday blues and my ideas about the energy and how it coincides with the holiday blues and or whatever else it is that you're going through, and sorting and making the room. But I also wanted to express that, like I said several times, this spiritual path is one that will lead to great freedom, and it will lead to peace, and it will lead to love. It leads to you living the life that's better than your wildest dreams. But you have to be open. Yeah, you definitely have to be open. You have to be open to experiencing different things. You have to be open to letting go of a lot. You have to be open to let go. You just have to be open, and you have to set your intention. You have to make a plan. Like, this is your life. You can't just. You could, yeah, you definitely could. You could just go with the flow, and you'll get whatever needs to be done. But it might also be a little challenging and painful. Yeah, so okay, anyway, back to these holiday blues and these expectations. So yeah, so I realized that my holiday blues are extremely associated to the expectations that I have with regards to what I expect from myself, what I expect other people to supply me with, and I mean energetic wise and feeling wise, because it took a long time for me to realize that nobody else is responsible for my feelings. Even if people compliment me and I do a good job, they're not responsible for me feeling good about myself, whether I do a good job or not. That's my responsibility. As long as I know that I did the best that I could have possibly done, then why shouldn't I feel good about myself? If somebody thinks or tells me that they think I didn't do a good job, why should that make a difference as to how I view myself or feel about myself? That's their perspective. That's their thought. So in turn, with this same type of explanation, why, and I transfer this explanation over to the holiday blues, why should I allow somebody else's emotions, feelings, and or actions and words that they say and don't say to me on the holidays affect the way that I feel as a human being and how I view myself just on the holidays? Like, does that make any sense? Okay, so check this out. I did not get I have not heard from my beloved for, I want to say, a little over a week. Normally, like if you would have caught me, I want to even say a month ago. If this happened a month ago, I would have been like, this is crazy. Like, why haven't I heard from? Now I'm like, okay, I didn't hear from him. Cool. I still got work to do. Just because I didn't hear from him doesn't mean that I'm less of a person, doesn't mean that I'm less significant, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything. It just means that he didn't reach out to me. That doesn't mean that I'm not a valid person. My validity comes from me. Hence, your validity comes from you. Hence, if you do not get what you expect during this holiday season, that doesn't mean that you're not a valid individual. It doesn't mean that you're not a valid person. That doesn't mean that you're not loved. That doesn't mean that you're not appreciated. It doesn't mean anything. Why? Because if you really think about it, what was it that you were expecting? Because it was the holiday, and why were you expecting whatever you were expecting. That's something to think about, and that's what this energy is helping us to accomplish. It's helping us to accomplish the healing that we need so that we can grow. That is definitely what it is expecting what it is helping us to. Man, let me tell you, I would be crying all over. Why didn't he call? Looking at my phone. Oh God, I didn't get a text message from. What does this mean? This means that he doesn't care. This means that we're not connected. I'm not saying that I might not have thought those things. I'm not saying that I might not have had like a cool breeze of those ideas, thoughts, and emotions. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I did not give them power. I didn't give them power. I didn't give them energy. I did not give them my full attention. Why? Because the energy that we're in was so loving to me that it allowed me to, and it helped me to identify why I may have felt that way, or why those thoughts may have come into my mind, or why I might have questioned, or why I might have checked my phone 2 or 3 times. Like, it was like snap, like snap, like snap. Oh, this loving energy is coming in. This is why, because when this stuff happened as a child and you saw this during this period, and you were programmed for this, and that happened. These times that we're in, fam, are so beautiful. The energy that the winter equinox brought in was such loving, feminine energy, that the changes, the transformations that you will be experiencing now should be so much more fluffy. I guess I want to say, like, fluffy, like that, like your grandma is there, like your grandma is there holding you as you go through everything. It is so loving. This energy is like, so, I'm sure you will feel it. It is so sweet, and it's just so soft and loving. And I hope that you all are also being affected by this energy in this sweet, loving way, because this female energy is what we've needed. It will help us balance out the male energy that we have been dominantly surrounded by. It'll balance us out so that we are able to function as the light beings that we are, and help to bring forth more light, help to open up our other brothers and sisters who still have that veil over them. It's such beautiful energy, and I hope that you will also feel how loving this energy is, and work with it as much as you possibly can. I mean, so far this energy has helped me work through some of my holiday blues conditioning. I'm still going through the healing of that, and it feels absolutely wonderful. I'm so happy that I was able to share it with you all. Also, this energy has also encouraged me to start doing more of the things that I know I should be doing, which is absolutely great, because it's doing it in such a loving way. Like, when I sit down, like, one of the things that I love doing is I love making jewelry. I make these beads, right? I make all different types of. Oh, I have someone now. I make these jewelry beads, and I make bracelets with the smaller beads. I even make waistbands. I make jewelry for your hair. I make jewelry for your body, and And last year I said to myself, okay, every day when I come home from work, I'm gonna make at least one piece of jewelry. Last year it did not happen. It just never happened. Ever since ever since ever since the winter equinox, I've gotten up every morning and I've done exercises. I've done like yoga exercises and stretching exercises. Every morning I've woken up and done that. And if I didn't do it in the morning, I did it at some point during the day. And I've also made jewelry every day. Um, and those are two of many things that I said I wanted to incorporate into a daily routine of mine. And this energy, I'm so grateful. Thank you for allowing me to be a servant, and thank you for allowing me to be open. Um, and I spread my blessings to all of you, too. And I also suggest that you be thankful as well. Because being thankful brings in more. But anyway, we'll talk about that in another vlog. But the energy has given me that gentle push that I needed to start doing the things that make me more happy. And that's also that is another thing that this energy will bring about. It will bring about it'll bring about the push that we need to do things that we know we need to do in the most loving way possible. It's just it I think that this is absolutely beautiful what we have been blessed and how we have been blessed with the opportunity to experience this at this point in everything. This is just so absolutely beautiful. So yeah, get up on it. Like, get up on it. Get up on it. Get up on it. Let me tell you one of the sites that I more recently fell in love with, and I think that this site has excellent information about. It has excellent planetary information, and the site is astrodynamics.net. I will put it in the bottom here, along with Alpha Life Trends is another energy forecast site that I read that gives me a lot of information about the energy of the month, the energy of the year, numerology, astrology, astronomy. Very, very important and good information. That's if you're interested in the type of energy, the energy that is going on, and how where the planets are aligned and how that alignment affects us and may affect you. It definitely will affect you. You might not notice it, but it definitely will. There is another site that I love also. It's called Mystic Mama. I will give you the information for that site also. Oh, and for those twin flames like myself that would like a weekly tarot reading, I more recently found a website that only provides twin flame tarot card readings every week, and I will also give you that website. I actually like those this website because it's different. It's a free weekly twin flame tarot card reading, and I think that it might be helpful. And if it's not helpful, at least it'll be entertaining to you, right? I mean, part of living is about having fun, because if you can't have fun with what you're doing, what's the sense of doing it? Like, really, what's the sense? So, for those of you who, like me, have experienced the holiday blues, and might be experiencing them, guess what? Guess what? This is the perfect opportunity for you to understand why and start to heal. So get up on it. Like, you deserve this. What's going on? If you feel like miserable because you don't you're not with your beloved and you thinking that your beloved is doing something else with their SO or whatever the case may be, how about you give yourself this gift? Like you owe it to yourself to give yourself gift. And then let me tell you another secret. If you don't start treating yourself right, nobody else will know how to do it. Nobody else will know how to do it. You have to be the example for other people. Get up on it. Get up on it and give yourself this gift of understanding why it is that you feel like this on the holidays. This is like one of the best gifts that you can give yourself. You can give it to you. So if you deserve it, there's no if about it. You deserve it. Get up and give it to yourself, because I bet you that if you were reunited with your beloved, you would move mountains to do and give them anything. So why wouldn't you do the same thing for yourself? And I'm so adamant and passionate about this because the twin flame connection is a connection of energy, and it's a connection of reciprocity. If that is I'm pretty sure that is a word. Yeah, reciprocity. Yeah, like what you give, you will receive. So if you're giving out certain energy, you're going to get that energy back from your twin, whether you're with them or not. Why not give out energy that you really want back? And believe me, I understand that you might not be feeling it. I know, because before I started recording, I wasn't feeling it either. Like for a couple of days, I've been feeling like I don't want to do this shit no more. No, I don't want to do this with him no more. I don't want to have this connection with him. I'm sick of it. But guess what? The fact of the matter is even though I felt like this, it's just my pain body coming up. It's just me acting like, like it's all of the negativity coming out so that I can make room for positivity. Don't allow yourself to become obsessed with these negative dwelling emotions. Allow them to come out, right? Because this is what the energy will do. It's coming out naturally. Allow them to come out and then be gone with them. Replace them with something else. Get working, get cracking, get up, get moving, because this has everything to do with you. If you can't set your energy straight for what it is that you want, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it from your twin. You're not going to get it from yourself. Sorry, my light shade fell. I'm just going to leave it. You're not going to get it from yourself. Oh, maybe I won't leave it. You're not going to get it from yourself. You're just not going to get it. It just, energy in life doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to make a decision. And guess what? I may be the first and only one to tell you. Guess what? If you decide to wallow and fester in the lower vibrating energy, that's okay. That's okay, because sooner or later you're gonna be tired of being tired. You're gonna be tired of being in that energy. Some people just learn the hard way. I am one of them also. I'm one of them also. So I am talking to myself too. I really am. Sometimes you just need to go through the bullshit. Sometimes some of us have decided that we're gonna come here to experience pain. Maybe you're one of them. You just have to go through what you have to go through. But you need to make sure that at the end of all of this, you've grown and you've learned. You need to make sure that no matter how long it takes you to get over it, you get over it, because you have things to do. You have a purpose to serve. You got people
It's
to
12
help.
o'clock.
I wish that my computer would not talk to me and tell me what time it is. Like, that is not okay. And I am not very familiar with Apple computers. I've always been a PC type of person. But I finally got this Apple computer, and it is telling me the time. And being that I am so familiar with Apples, I figured out how to stop it from telling me the time. Hence, Tommy is just now telling me what time it is, because that's his name, Tommy. Yeah, so Don't be startled by Tommy talking, telling you what time it is. So yeah, you caught me. It's 12 o'clock on January 1st. Yeah, fam. I mean, come on. What is going on? Come on. Let's shake it off. If you can't shake it off, okay. If you can't shake it off, fine. If you cannot shake it off, fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. Allow everything to pass by you like you're watching a movie. If you can't do that, fine. Participate in the emotions, and you will get to a point whereby you're like, I don't like this no more. I need to make a change. Whatever it is that you need to do, or whatever it is that you gotta go through, you gotta go through it. But what my suggestion to you is just be aware of the fact that you're going through something. Be aware of the fact that we are in transitional phase, and these things are coming up so that you can grow. And if you keep that in mind, if you keep that in your mind, that these things will pop up so that you can grow. Things will pop up so that you can sort. Things will pop up so you could alleviate. Things will pop up so that you can question whether or not, does this add to my abundance bank account? Does this check take even a penny? Even a penny. I can't afford for anything or anybody to take a penny from my spiritual growth bank account. I can't afford for anybody to be cashing no checks against my account. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. I'm not. I'm not going to let that happen. And I'm hoping that you will feel the same way too. So, with that being said, I know that your bank account is huge. I know that you might be feeling a little blue. And if it's not holiday blues, you might be feeling a little, disconnected from your beloved. You might be feeling disconnected from universal energy, your spouse, yourself, your guides, whoever the case is. Know that when you are feeling like this is when you are the most connected. This is when you are the most loved. This is when you're the most surrounded. And you have to remember that. You have to remember that you are here for a reason. And it's not to celebrate the holidays. It's not to follow the masses. It's for you to grow. It's for you to break down the conditioning. It's for you to identify the pain that's associated with other aspects of your life, and heal that pain so that you can be that spiritual warrior, or warrior of light. You could be the light worker. You could be the light energy. Could be like battery, whatever your spiritual purpose is. This energy is here for a reason, and it's here to help you grow. I know that you will work with it. I know that if you don't actively work with it, it will lovingly work with you. And I am confident that whatever you face within this energy in this transitional period will be something that will definitely help you to grow in all aspects of life and of your spiritual journey. And some of you might not even think that you're on a spiritual journey. Some of you just might be experiencing the twin flame energy and not realizing that it is a spiritual journey that you're on. But whatever the case is, you're on something, and it's something for the betterment of you, and you should definitely be happy because you're valid. You're important. If you weren't important, you wouldn't be here right now. If you weren't important, you wouldn't be struggling. If you are, you wouldn't face challenges. You wouldn't be feeling the holiday blues. You wouldn't be wondering why. You wouldn't be affected by the energy. You wouldn't be listening to this vlog. Like, the reason that you're listening to this is for a very valid reason, you know? You got to know that you're important and you're here for a reason. You really are. So I hope that this has helped you a little. It me explaining why, one of the reasons why I have experienced the holiday blues, and coming to this wonderfully loving epiphany as to an explanation as to why, hence expectations. I hope that this has helped you. I feel like I rambled in this vlog. Like, it didn't have any, I don't know. I feel like it didn't have any direction, but I also felt like I had to share this with you. Um, yeah, I'm kind of hungry now, so I'm gonna go eat. Um, have any of you all been losing a lot of weight? Like, I've noticed that I have lost a lot of weight. I think I lost like around either 30 or 40 pounds, and I haven't tried to. Like, I haven't been belly dancing. I haven't been doing anything. If you lost a lot of weight, could you write to me, or if you could try to help me figure out why I've lost all of this weight. Um, yeah, I'm thinking, do you think maybe it could be like spiritual weight loss or something like that? Is there, and I read once with regards to saucies that there is such thing as a spiritual weight loss, but I don't know what that is. Like, I've done research on the term spiritual weight loss, but the information that I have uh, received from the net on it was just like so generic, and it didn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I have that question. If anybody could explain to me what spiritual weight loss is about, um, that would be quite helpful to me. Yeah, fam, let's share. Let's share. Let's share. Let's do that. So anyway, I'm gonna end this now because I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm probably gonna get some things to eat. I really enjoy talking to you. I think I want to do this more often. Like, this is good. I feel like I need you all. Yeah. I love y'all. I hope that you all have such a wonderful day today. And know that no matter what, you are definitely loved. You are definitely, definitely loved. I pray that all of you, from this moment on, from this vlog on, have the most wonderful experience from now on. Every single second of your day, every single millisecond. I really want to send you that energy because I'm feeling so much love for you all. I hope you all feel it, because it's just like radiating from my heart chakra, going out to you. Yeah, listen to some music that makes you get up and dance. Do some dancing. Do something. Do something that makes you move. Do something that makes you happy so you can get out of the blues. Come on, let's do it. If you didn't go to the party last night, let's go to the party today. Make your own party. Like, this is your life. Celebrate it. Be happy. No matter what is happening, you got to, come on. We got to do this. So I'm going to end this. I'm hungry, but I want to dance too. So fam, thank you for listening to me ramble. It was so much fun. I think I might record again later on today. Yeah, I might commission my son to take out his camera, because, he went to school for photography and all this other stuff, and he refuses to help me with these vlogs. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom, and I'm sorry that it's kind of messy, but this is what I have, this is what I've come to with the help from my beloved son. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous, right, fam? Like, how could he do this to me? If he saw these vlogs, he'd be like, "Mom, what is wrong with you?" But anyway, I'm gonna do some work on him. Maybe he'll help me out with my vlogs, and they'll be just a little more creative, different angles, and a better camera. I'll work on that. Everything's about progress, right, fam? Everything's about progress. Everything's about growth. Everything's about love. Yeah, so I'm going to end this like for the 5th time. I love you all so, so, so much. And I'm going to tell you, today is going to be the start of the newness and the happiness for the rest of your life. Yes. I wish you all happiness, abundance, love, and light. I will check you out again soon. Make sure that you come back because, like I said, I'm probably gonna record again today. I'm just like, just like, oh, this energy is just like so great. Anyway, I hope you're feeling the energy too. I will check you later, fam. Thank you so much. Happy New Year and all of that good shit. Check you later.